The Ogiame Atuashe III Intercollegiate Quiz and Debate Competition.
Boys and girls, our esteemed judges, our ever enthusiastic audience, and of course our brilliant debaters that are here, you are welcome to the grand finale of Stage 3, Round 1 for the prestigious Ogiame Atuashe III Intercollegiate Quiz and Debate Competition. Wow, it's been such an interesting ride and experience on here. Right about now, I'm your moderator. My name is Rejoice Debekeme. We have 4 more schools to go. We've had 64 schools in this competition from Stage 1, Stage 2, now it's Stage 3. We have 4 more schools to go in the final category, which is the category for P. Let's find out the formidable schools in this category. We have, in no particular order, Best Group of Schools. We also have Army Day Secondary School, Atuashe II College, and Rute Secondary School. Fantastic. We can't wait to meet them and hear from them. But first of all, we're going to find out who our amiable, delectable judges are. On the panel of judges, we have quintessential, amazing media personality extraordinaire, Mrs. Ochuko Orogu. We also have the man among them, the only man among them, a very distinguished seasoned administrator, Comrade Ajay Adaronkaren. And coming through as a business mogul extraordinaire, she is Mrs. Jane Tosani Biai Pribo Samuel. Super excited to have their expertise and their wisdom for the debate competition. Now let's hear from them real quick what some of the rules and regulations are for the debate.
Use of mobile phones are highly prohibited. Cheating leads to immediate disqualification. Proper decorum must be maintained by participants and teachers. Specific debate topics and motions will only be sent a week before participant session. Participants will be given 10 minutes to speak for their team, 7 minutes for lead speaker, and 3 minutes for supporting speaker. A countdown will begin 1 minute before the participant is notified to stop speaking. Exceeding of time limit by participants lead to deduction of marks. Judges are only expected to give their remark after each session alongside score points. Participants will be judged based on stage presence, confidence, accuracy, time management, neatness, intellectual ability, public speaking, and presentation skill. Audience are only permitted to chair after the presentation is concluded or indicated by the moderator. This is to ensure that participants are not distracted. The panel of judges include professionals. The decisions are final and cannot be contested. All the best to all of you.
Thank you very much. That's the chairman for the judges, the panel of judges going on there. Now let's make welcome our first 2 schools for the first round and the first session. None other than Best Group of Schools at Army Day Secondary School. Wow, how are you guys feeling today? Embarrassed. Oh my God. Okay. Receive strength and courage. How are you feeling? I feel nervous too. I know, and of course it's the final round, so like there's a lot of pressure going on there. The same? I'm seeing a nod. Is that the same? It's like, yes. Oh my God. How about you?
I'm okay, I guess.
Say that again?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Like just fine, not, you know? You know, when we have the hands coming through, you know, sometimes words can say it all. Gesticulations will do, and expressions, but you'll be fine. Can we all calm down and breathe? Take a deep breath. Release it. Yeah, all the tension going out there. All right, so you represent Group P. What does P mean for you?
Power.
Power. You're not saying that with a lot of power. How about we go power? How about that? Want to try? Okay. Power. Oh, that sounds more like it. Let's celebrate them. From over here, P represents progress. Progress. I like the sound of it too. So we have Team Power versus Team Progress. Ooh, child. Let's get right to it now. The stage is set. The floor is yours. It's time for you to show forth your skills. We're rooting for you. We're proud of you. And we believe you're going to make every word and every moment count. All right? All right. So let's welcome right about now the lead speaker from Best Group of Schools.
From time immemorial, our traditional institutions have been relevant and will continuously remain relevant till eternity. On this note, I am glad to say, good day, my amiable moderator, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bogo Amajua, and my mission on this studio this day is to vehemently support the motion which says, traditional institutions, are they still relevant in modern governance or not? The answer is a capital yes. But first and foremost, let me define traditional institutions. Traditional institutions are governance systems rooted in customs, traditions, and cultural practices of a community. They often operate alongside former state structures, especially in rural areas. They play a vital role in resolving conflicts, promoting cultural heritage, and restoring communities. Examples of traditional institutions are Chiefs Council, customary court, royal security members, royal historians, and praise singers. The relevance of our traditional institution cannot be overemphasized and cuts across all ages. In pre-colonial Nigeria, our kings, queens, and chiefs provided a good and effective governance for our people without any form of anarchy. Furthermore, our colonial masters, who introduced the modern system of governance, could not govern our people with it. After which, they saw the relevance of traditional institutions and introduced indirect rule. With the use of our traditional rulers to govern our people, it was only then they became successful. Still buttressing the relevance of traditional institutions, our traditional institutions have grown and developed rapidly into great kingdoms, empires, and caliphates. Examples are the Great Benin Kingdom, the Oyo Empire, and the Sokoto Caliphate. As at this time, they provided adequate security, which is the number one function of government. The security they provided is far better than the security the modern system in Nigeria is providing as at today. The kidnap of the Chibok girls, the kidnap of a 7th general from the Nigerian Defense Academy, and the terrorist attack on the then President Buhari presidential convoy cannot be denied. Our traditional institutions provide us with a justice system that is second to none. Some critics argue that traditional institutions do not have dependable justice system like law courts for fair hearing. Well, that is not true. It is even the modern courts that are biased. Judges and lawyers are bribed to pervert judgment. In courts, they are asked to take an oath with the Holy Bible or Quran, yet they lie and nothing happens. In traditional institutions, you will be asked to take an oath with our gods. The people know how effective these gods are and would not dare to take this oath while being guilty, unlike in the courts. Also, our traditional institutions have customary courts that help to resolve conflicts and disputes among our people amicably, and it is still very relevant till date. Furthermore, our traditional institutions help to stabilize our democratic system of government. Some school of thought argue that we do not need them anymore, but yet we run to them for solution every time there is a problem in the country. I remember vividly when President Obasanjo was to be impeached. He ran to the royal fathers for help. The royal fathers then called on the senators to dialogue with them. It was only then that President Obasanjo was saved. And since 1999 to date, we have had peaceful transitions and unbroken democracy. Our traditional rulers are contributing their quota to developing their towns, villages, and communities. As of today, they attract governmental projects such as the construction of roads and bridges, the building of schools, hospitals, and markets to their community. A good example is the Olu of Warri going to Abuja to discuss the reopening of the Warri Seaport. Our traditional institutions are not archaic, but have evolved and are doing great things. Our royal fathers now provide employment for people in their palace. They also influence the employment of subjects in companies operating in their area. They also provide scholarship just as what the Olu of Warri and many others are doing. In addition, our royal fathers are rewriting their history in a positive way. Take for instance, before now, when people hear of the Warri Kingdom, the first thing they think about are intertribal wars, fighting and killing. But the Olu of Warri, a royal father, is changing this narrative. He's rewriting the story of the Warri child, and we are all here because of the relevance of our traditional institution which he represents. Wow! Kudos to our great king, Ogiame. So, may all the days of our royal fathers be blessed. My dear opponents, let me use this opportunity to inform you that our traditional rulers are actively involved in modern governance. They recommend credible people for federal and state appointments. During presidential and gubernatorial elections, they try as much as possible to maintain the peace in their domain. They even monitor the projects being executed to ensure that standards are taken into consideration. On this note, I would like to conclude. Our traditional institution preserve the sacrosanctity of our traditions, good cultural heritage, norms, values, and beliefs. Therefore, they are still very relevant, even in the modern governance and to the end of time. Thank you.
Thank you too. We have heard from the lead speaker there from Best Group of Schools, speaking very eloquently, putting up her strategy going on there. She has presented their case. Now it's time for us to hear from the lead speaker from Amide Secondary School.
I may be mathematically calculated, geographically located, scientifically experimented, but never be debated. I'm here to debate. It is very unfair for me to go further without recognizing the presence of people who made this occasion a success. So, to judges, I take a bow. To chairman, I salute. I am Divine Jeremiah, party student of Amide Secondary School. I'm here to oppose the motion that states that traditional institutions are still relevant to modern governance. It's very immoral of a speaker for me to go further without recognizing the presence of what is traditional institution. Traditional institution refers to established custom, practices, and organization that have been passed down through generations in particular society. In the beginning of the colonial period, of course, after my independence, particularly with the introduction of traditional institutions are very unaccountable. Why I say this is because they cannot give account of what they are doing. Can I ask you a question? Can you actually go to the Agiame of Atuashi and ask him to give an account of what he is doing now? No, you dare not. They don't have legal backing up. They don't have legal authorities backing them up. And they don't have assigned duties to what they are doing. There's no legal authorities backing them up to what they are doing. There's no assigned duties to what they are doing. So they cannot give an account of what they are doing in society. You can ask them questions. They have the final say and final authority, but not in the modern governance, where everybody's words are being heard. We can all be part of the modern governance. Everybody said to be in the government, but our voices are being heard. So with this, I say that traditional institutions are no longer relevant in our modern governance. Traditional institutions are based off on our dated system because they're actually practicing on outdated words and custom, believing in what they want to do. Back in the year 1960, where the Minister of Densu in 1960, he was publishing of marriage of young girls and thank you.
Okay, let's celebrate her one more time. We've heard the lead speaker there from Amide Secondary School opposing the motion of traditional institutions. Are they still relevant in modern governance? Now it's time for us to hear from the supporting speakers. Let's hear the support speaker for Best Group of Schools.
Impartial panel of judges, my co-debaters, my audience here present, and viewers from all around the globe watching us. My name is Dawson Benesi, and I'm here to propose a motion which says traditional institutions are these irrelevant in our modern governance. My late speaker has done a lot to establish the fact that traditional institutions are still relevant in our modern governance. Hence, in addition, I want to take the argument further. Traditional institutions have been a cornerstone for societal organizations for centuries, playing a vital role in maintaining social order, resolving conflicts, and providing a sense of community and identity. His Majesty, the Olu of Warri, has demonstrated the significance of traditional institutions in our modern governance by his innovative initiative, the Intercollegiate Quiz and Debate Competition. It is this forward-thinking approach that brings us all here together today, highlighting the vital role traditional institutions can play in promoting education, critical thinking, and community engagements. Many traditional societies have institutions like customary courts and council of elders, which play a crucial role in resolving conflict and administering justice. His Majesty the Olu of Warri helped to resolve a conflict between the Yoruba and Shekiri communities in the year 2020. This example has demonstrated the Olu of Warri's commitment to promoting peace and stability in the region. Africa and Nigeria, in particular, are known for their high moral standards, which was when traditional institutions were very strong and provided governance for the people. But what can we say now? We have high moral decadence, which is as a result of modern governance. They now create laws that are embarrassing to humans, giving all sorts of rights to people. Lesbians, gays, and transgenders now have rights. What kind of right is that? A man is to marry a woman. That is what our traditional institutions stand for and are known for. But now, the modern governance use the power of the constitution to destroy our values. In our customs and traditions, it is a taboo for a man to marry a man, and also a taboo for a woman to marry a woman. Not to talk of human beings marrying his or her pets. My dear opponents, please listen to this. The United Arab Emirates is a federal constitutional monarchy made up of a federation of 7 hereditary tribal monarchy-styled political units called statedoms. Oh yes, you heard me right. That is, traditional institutions have governed the UAE up to the 21st century, and they are still prospering and growing rapidly. Or should we talk of Saudi Arabia, the holy land of Islam, whereby they run a monarchical system of governments, and they are still growing and increasing in every sphere of life. Oh yes, all these factual points given by I and my lead speaker are just clear attestations that traditional institutions are still relevant in our modern governance. Thank you.
Yes, we've heard it there from the support speaker from Best Group of Schools, solidifying and building on the points that the lead speaker have spoken about. Now it's time for us to hear from the support speaker from Amide Secondary School.
Good morning, my moderator. Good morning, a panel of judges, accurate timekeepers, fellow debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Standing before you today is a person of Atala Trust. I am a student of Amide Secondary School, and I stand here before you to oppose the motion which says that traditional institutions are still relevant in our modern governance. I would like to start by defining the term traditional institutions. Traditional institutions are patterns of leadership that have been on even before the colonial era. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to convince you and my opponent that traditional institutions are no longer relevant in our modern governance with my following point. First is their lack of accountability and transparency. Traditional rulers are no longer accountable or transparent because they are not elected and may not be responsible to your citizens, thereby leading to abuse of power, mismanagement of our resources, and corruption. Unlike modern governments, where clear lines of accountability are being established, promotion of accountability, building of capacity, providing training, encouragement of collaboration and coordination, and so on and so forth. Going further to their inequality and social justice. Traditional rulers, they engage in inequality and social justice as their powers are based on birthright rather than merit. Unlike our modern governments, where merit-based leadership are promoted, empowerment of our citizens, promotion of reconciliation, addressing of historical injustice, and promotion of conciliation. According to Angela Davis, we must challenge our traditional institution or our traditional rulers to dismantle and recognize the system of oppression that they have helped to maintain. And if they cannot, of what use are they? Of what use are the traditional leaders in our modern governance? Nelson Mandela once said, the struggle for social justice requires us to confront the entrenched power of our traditional rulers. I hear my opponents say that this traditional institution preserves our cultural heritage, but we must be careful not to conflict traditional institution for an oppressive. We must be careful not to conflict cultural heritage for an oppressive tradition. Thank you.
Alrighty then, we've heard it from the support speaker there from Amide Group of Schools. Has she been able to dismantle the opposing arguments? We're going to find out when we return back from a quick break, and then we'll get back to the scores and what the judges have to say. Stay with us.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Welcome back. Now it's time for us to hear from our judges, their constructive feedback on the schools that just had their presentations. We're talking about Best Group of Schools and Amide Secondary School. Wonderful. Judges, the floor is yours.
Welcome. What a way to start today. For Best Group of Schools, the poise and the eloquence with which the lead speaker presented her points, it's quite commendable. Nobody, even if you don't have any traditional institution from where you came from, you would want to buy into the idea of, why not appoint one traditional ruler? It's really nice. Then for our Army Day, like we've always said, when you get your topic, try and put yourself into the topic. Try and know the topic for the topic. And so when you present, you're presenting it from your heart, not by what you've memorized. Because you always forget it at the end of the day. It was a good debate. Thank you.
Well, we're glad to have both schools, come to do one of the things they know how to do. It's been a good one, at least reasonably, today. And, however, we made one or two observations for it. It's been revealing. I must be quick to add. I didn't know somebody was supposed to be impeached some years ago, and it narrowly escaped courtesy of the traditional rulers. So it's a good one. But like somebody said, in the normal governance arrangement, you lie under oath, which is called perjury, and you go scot-free. But in the traditional system, it's not so. I think it counts. It looks a point. But the other same, juju will catch you. So we're learning. So that's why I said it's revealing. Yes. And lastly, I think the advice that we should not confuse oppression for traditional institution. What I mean, yes, this is cultural heritage. Should not be confused for. We'll find a way to draw a line of separation. So it's been a good one. Thank you.
Not everyone can stand in front of people and talk. Could you please give a round of applause for our young leader? I'll tell you this, you have not failed. You might have forgotten, but doesn't make you less a human being. Another chance will be given to you and you will do better. This is where the support speaker comes in. And she did a good job by making it better for her. Give her a round of applause, please. And I saw the way that you took your time consoling her, making her realize that it's just a mistake and she can be better. That's what a debate is. It's not showing off, but helping each other to learn. Now, to the best school, let's put it that way. You said you remember, and I don't think you were born then, 1999? Well, you did your research well. You convinced me that, told me so much about the traditional institution, which I got to learn a lot, especially mentioning the Olu. It gave you a lot of points. Thank you for that. And also, let me be proud to associate myself with Amide Secondary School. That was my first place of appointment in 1988. So that was like 37 years ago. And I was an English teacher there and religious teacher, literature. And they said I was very wicked and strict. All the same, thank you, ladies. It is well. I remember one of the exams that were taken in a senior class, and I was asked, teacher, spell knife for me. And you know what that is? During an exam, you know what's going to happen. Do you start with an N or do you start with a K? So, my dear lady, take it easy. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much to our delectable panel of judges there, very distinguished, showing off their wisdom, their expertise, and of course their words of advice and encouragement to the different representatives from the different schools, talking about best group of schools at Army Day Secondary School. Let's celebrate them one more time. Here at the Ogiami Atuashedi 3rd Intercollegiate Quiz and Debate Competition, we don't fail, we learn. That's what we do. And then we always have that at the back of our minds. So having said that, now the moment of truth is here. It's now time for us to reveal the scores. For best group of schools, they came through with a total of 51 points. And for Amide group of schools, they totaled 36 points. Wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up for your school, showing up for yourself. I believe that you've learned a thing or two from this debate competition. But this is far from over. This is just the first session of the first group of schools for Group E. When we return, we're going to get back to the last set of schools that's going to end this stage and this particular competition with a bang. Stay with us.
The Ogiame Atuashedi 3rd Intercollegiate Quiz and Debate Competition is proudly presented by the Office of the Sole Representative of the Olu of Warri to the NMTCL in conjunction with Cora Care Foundation and proudly sponsored by Rokotech Integrated Services Nigeria Limited and Ali Innovative Nigeria Limited. Ruth Gender Foundation. Media partners Atlantic Media and TV Group, Cora Radio, Prime Gossip Gazette, and Ugeoyokoro TV.